Hi Pylon, welcome to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. For this reading, as your main card, you chose card number 23, which becomes a 5, and it says Vagala Mukhi. And to my Indian viewers, I'm so sorry for the pronunciation. I will very soon be shuffling 4 oracle decks and 1 tarot deck. But for now, let's just stay with this card. What I'm seeing for you when it comes to the timeline that you most likely will shift into, jump into, take over, make it yours in every way from the beginning till the end. Like, I'm seeing big types of energy here. I'm saying that this timeline is yours no matter what. I'm saying that, like, on an energetic level, you've already switched to that timeline. You're already experiencing at least like the initial state of this shift. I see that this shift that will come with this timeline, it has always been yours. It's like in your DNA, it is engraved inside of you. There's nothing else, there's nothing more. Almost like it's almost like if your body was like a thing, it would be an arrow that is just pointing towards this shift, this timeline. This is huge energy. This is very determined type of energy. And in a way, it is an intense type of energy, but it is also a relaxed type of energy in that sense that because this is yours, because there is nothing you can do to ever lose this shift or do something to make this timeline not happen. Like, that would almost be an impossibility. And that is why I'm picking up on these very relaxed energies. However, what is this shift all about? What will happen? How will it look? And the main thing that I'm seeing, like, it is you. Everything will be about you. It will start with you. It will end with you. It's like, it's all the arrows are now pointing at you. And here's the thing, I said, like, this is great energy. This is big things. And I'm seeing this shift because it has most likely already started. Most likely like in the initial phase, or will very soon step into the initial phase of this shift. And I'm seeing a core, like a nucleus that will explode, and it will take over every part of your life. Like, this shift is so powerful and so potent that it has the capacity of influencing every part of your life. And you would most likely very much like it to be that way. And with this thing influencing every part of your life, it is about a direction, giving every part of your life a direction. Even the parts that on the surface, it will look like they have nothing to do with where you're going, like this arrow that is pointing towards the shift, they will still be at least supporting this shift. They will be assisting this shift, even if it might seem that they have nothing to do with that. All areas of your life will be about this great shift. And here's the thing. As I said, it is all about you. And not only will it have a great effect on you, this shift is about like turning you into an arrow to show the way. Like, it's like this card where she's holding the lantern, I think it is. I don't know. I see it as a lantern, at least. And there is a lantern. There's also a tongue in her left hand. There's a tongue. And this is speaking about a sort of interference, interruption, intervention. That's the word. Intervention. Clearing of karma that is most likely not yours. I see you being connected to this karma, but still it's like not your karma specifically, even if you might have become intertwined in it in some sort. It is most likely very newly accumulated karma in that case. But it is you like putting things where they're supposed to be, cutting out things that, even if, you know, both sides of polarity has a very important role to play, you will be cutting off things from both sides of polarities to make things come into balance, to make things step up to a higher level of consciousness. I see you knocking out doors, like kicking down doors. I see you showing the way, holding the lantern up high. This will affect other people. There's something, I think the same type of message came through in the reading about the spirit guides that I did a couple of days or weeks ago. I have no sense of timing, sorry. Yeah, a very similar message in that pile, in that reading for pile 1. So I really am convinced that the ones of you who keep picking pile 1, like, great things, big things are happening within you, for you, and it will end in your outside world. Like it's not supposed to like stay. That's why I saw it like a core or something that will just explode and expand. And that's the thing for you. There's something big going on, some type of preparation for something that is bigger than you. Like you are directly, how do I say, like you're directly involved in a way, but also not. Oh, how do I explain this? Oh, I have no idea how to explain that, actually. Like, it's the same thing that I was picking up with karma. Like, you're stepping in to clear out karma, but it's not necessarily your own karma. It's, let's just say that it's bigger than that. It seems to be a collective type of thing, and that is why I'm not, it's like a bit difficult for me to pick up on like strange, can I say strange, and you know what I mean, like strange types of energies like this. It's sometimes hard to like find words or situations to give as an example to explain exactly what I mean with, like, you're in it but you're not involved in it. It's like, you know, the very famous spiritual saying, I think it was Jesus that said it, that you're in the world but you're not of it. It's very much those types of energies for you. Okay, let me just gather my energies while I'm shuffling, because not one card is sticking out for me right now. Okay. And this deck, I will shuffle it, but I like to shuffle it and then immediately show the cards. So let's take a look. What will the cards show us? I think the cards are showing us everything about you becoming this arrow, where you're headed, because you're headed towards like an outside type of event, an outside type of situation, that like everything, I'm really seeing that everything in your life is being like shaped to support wherever this arrow is pointing towards. And I'm guessing now, but I think that the cards will show us where you're headed with the arrow. Where is it pointing towards? So you have movement, speaking of arrow, going places, something on the outside. You also have the number 36, and this is the sacred journey markers. This is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle, and you can see the sacred journey marker here on the stone. So we have movement, and you know, with water, it has a very natural flow to it. Can be intense and it can be relaxed. And I find this interesting about the energies that are surrounding you, that it's very intense because it's something big that you're going towards, that it will end up with you changing something that involves a bigger group, clearing out karma that is needed to be cleared out. And with this natural flow that is already surrounding you with like intense and relaxed energies, this is an example of the natural flow that is surrounding you. And I just feel like whatever this collective thing that you're headed towards, they are also being worked on and are ready for you to step in to help them out with this clearing out, with this holding the lantern, showing the light in a dark situation. They are also being prepared for that. So it will be a very natural shift that will come for you, even like with everything that is happening within you. The natural shift will also be happening outside of you. So when you step into it, it's like the situation will be ready for you to come. Let's take a look at the archetype that you have. And this is the Magician. No wonder that I was like picking up on strange, mysterious energies, that it was hard for me to like put words on it. And I think it's because it's multi-layered, and because it's like a lot of opposites to it. Like it is part of you, but it's not directly, you're not directly involved in it. And it's like you're being prepared for it, and it's still like bigger than you and bigger than this whole situation even is. Like it's a type of ripple effect. It's very multi-layered. But however, this is your Archeo card, speaking of your archaic type, with a Magician coming up for you. Like, oh my God, are you competent? Oh my God, you have everything in your hand. You know, wisdom. You also have the ability to strategize. You have the ability to open doors, show things, but also, you know, to almost become like a symbol of easiness. Why make it more hard than life has to be? Sometimes us humans really have the ability to just, make things a lot harder than it has to be. And with you being there, you will be like this type of light that will show, like, you will just show them that you will have sympathy. You will understand them. You will be able to put yourself in their shoes. But the thing that you will mirror back to them is that there is another way, an easier way, a more loving way. With the star being here, you know, with the pointing finger, having the star on top of it. You know, for some, you might become like the Northern Star, that they will look to you for advice, look to you for guidance as some type of guardian. Yeah. And you also have mystery. You know what? You are 100% the right person for this job. No wonder like everything in your life is being like stacked on top of each other to make sure that this thing will happen, that you're on the right path. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you also right now are experiencing, because what I saw was that the majority of you are like in the initial state of being prepared, being shaped, being formed into this arrow that you're supposed to be. That maybe some things that you used to hold very dear are like falling away, and that your focus right now is on what you're losing. But the thing is that you're not losing anything. You're actually just gaining so very much. Okay, let's get some astrological cards. No. Oh. So the first one that jumped out was the 6th house, and it says patience, Jupiter, and in Virgo. There are opposite, this card is speaking more about this collective that you're stepping into, that you're pointing towards, and I see like big polarities. They're actually quite the same. Of course, like oneness is everywhere and there is nothing else than oneness, but the illusion that they're trapped in is their opposites. It's like they have their back towards each other and just like refuse to look at each other, refuse to understand each other. And there you are in the middle, trying to like get them to come closer towards you. Because at least, even if they still like are not facing each other, as long as they come closer towards you, that will be enough for things to start shifting. The shift that will happen for you, where you will become this arrow, it is a shift that in every way will affect a collective. And like I said, like it's all about you. It's all about you. Look how alike they are, but also different. And it's almost like that's where they're going. They're not even looking at each other. But like underneath it all, what is like the true nature, it is that they are very much alike, and that they will start facing each other. And what is like underneath the surface, the true nature of it all will come up. But it will require you to be in the middle of it all. And with patience, this might actually be talking about like either that, of course, with patience, that you've waited a long time for this shift to happen, to get this mission, to know what to do. But it can also talk about an age of yours, that it will be like, maybe like this shift won't happen when you're very young, but when you're a bit older also. And going back to the 5 with the 23 in your main card, it really is like you're coming through as some sort of disruptor for change, positive change. And I think even for you, you don't know everything about this yet. You don't know every step to take. You don't know where things will take you. You just know that there are things happening right now, and you're like, what the fork is this? What do I do with this? And you can sense how strong it is. But the thing is that because of mystery magician, like it doesn't matter. You don't have to have like the map in front of you. Because of how competent you are, you can just go with it, with the movement, the flow. You can just go with it. And you're so capable of handling whatever comes in your way as this arrow, because you will reach your goal. You can take whatever comes your way. And that will be some sort of training for you with this Fool on top of it. Like, you can turn nothing into everything. You don't have to have the map in front of you. That's cool energy. Okay. And you also have the 12th house, Mars in Pisces, with escape. So this is speaking about this outside situation that we're talking about, that it has a lot of capacity right now. Like, things are happening for this collective. Like, they're being saved in a way, and they are being prepared for, I know, like, sorry if it sounds cheesy, but like, they're being prepared for the savior to step in and help them out in this, because they need saving. They need this help. And they are ready. They will at least be ready for it. They're being prepared. There's something that needs saving in this situation. And that is the thing with you holding the tongue in one hand and the lantern in the other. It's like you putting things in the right direction. You are righting wrongs. Do you say that? Righting wrongs? You know what I mean. You're making wrongs turn into right things. Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna give up. Okay. I think that's enough. So the first one you have is the 10 of Swords. Karmic release. You're really intervening in some heavy stuff. Oh my God, yeah. Some heavy stuff. You're intervening, you're ending something so that something else can grow. You know, this collective that is like in this state of escape, of like, I need to be rescued from this. This isn't good for me. I'm not in my highest good. Like all of this type that they need to escape from. Like, it is part of their karma that you will step in to help them be released from that. And on the bottom of the deck, you also have the Queen of Pentacles, like everything coming from inside of you. There's an abundance of things that you can give to this situation. So no wonder that everything in your life is right now being like shaped and formed for you to just like poof, explode. Like, this is the nucleus I was talking about, that it will just take over everything and spread so far. Look at these layers, how far it will spread until it reaches this collective that you're like. There's something about your mission that is very tightly connected to a part of the collective. So you also have the Temperance card. The 10 of Pentacles. This will be like your heritage. Many of you will be remembered for this. Like, this is a type of like, what, like humanity, you know, when they make statues, like look at this, 2 statues here of people who served a society, a people, a collective. Like, this is that type of energy with the Ten of Pentacles coming through. And with the Temperance, you know, if it was someone else being here, like in the Temperance card on this seesaw, it wouldn't happen. Like it is you. You're supposed to do this. And many of you will be remembered for this. And you also have the Hierophant, another eye. Look at your wisdom just shining through in the situation, and you will be on top of it. Like, you know, you will be in the middle of it, but still not touched by it. You will like rise above it. And by doing that, you're giving this collective something to look up to, like with the Northern Star here, like something to follow, some type of direction that is so different from where they are, that they will like be relieved that someone else is showing up to show them, like, this is how you elevate, this is how you turn this thing around in a way that will clear the past. Teacher with the Hierophant also, right? And you have the Five of Pentacles. So this is really like where you're going with this, with you being the arrow. It is about, as I said, something in the physical world, a collective that is very much in lack when it comes to like both like the basic things, but also it's almost like they are denying themselves or being denied of the most basic things. I don't know how else to explain it. This is very strange. Like, I don't know what this is, to be honest. Like, but what I do know is the effect that you will have on this collective, and that the shift that you're going through, that you will jump into this timeline, it will have an effect on your outside world, and very specifically a group of collective, a group of people that will experience the shift that happened inside of you. They will experience it on the outside. Okay, I think I emptied every card on the table, so I think your reading is done. This was your message. This is the shift that you can expect. And yeah, you're already going through this, so that's great. Wow. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I am so glad to have you here. As your main card for this reading, that is about what timeline that you're most likely to shift into, to jump into, and that will lead to a shift in your life. For your main card, to answer that, you chose the Devi Makali card with the number 29 that turns into an 11. With this card and with the number 11, I'm seeing that the shift is about you're shifting the state that you're in and stepping into a phase in your life of receiving. And that has nothing to do with you. I almost want to say, because it has more to do with like, it's what I wanted to say, sorry. What I wanted to say was that it's not that you couldn't receive before, or that you didn't do the best you could to receive, or that you had to work on your, like, it's, I'm not getting that. I'm actually getting that where you've been, the phase you've been in, that you've done a great job. You've really done your best. And as life flows, life also turns pages, and you're stepping into this new page of receiving, of things being offered to you. And for some of you, at least in the initial state of this shift, you might experience emptiness, because there is a part of you inside of you that is so used to being great and doing things and getting things done that will be removed from you for a while, a little bit. It's almost like you will lose a grip of it. Like it will be in your hand and then all of a sudden it will just slip through your hands and you won't be able to catch it. And that is just for you to step into this new phase of receiving and being offered things that are just like this child, innocent and brand new and also full of life. It's like a new chapter for you. Yeah. So I'm gonna shuffle 4 oracle decks and 1 tarot deck to look into this message a bit more, to see, you know, what I'm getting when it comes to this timeline is that it's actually not like, oh, how do I say this? Sorry, I just lost all words. But you know how all, like every day we're switching timelines without even noticing it. At least that's what the people who are very knowledgeable in this subject say. And you can do it that way, switching timelines, that we all do every day, but we don't notice it because the timelines are so much alike. And then there are bigger shifts to, like, bigger jumps to timelines that might be a little bit further away because they're so different from the timeline you're in right now. And that you can do in a conscious way. That you can do simply by choosing to go there, choosing, like you're looking at your life and you're like, okay, this is not what I want. This is not where I want to be. I want this changed and this change and this change. And because of that determination and the faith you have to be able to look at things or believe in things that you can't really see with your eyes, that can help you jump that far off, far away to a timeline that might be like, wow, like that wasn't supposed to happen, or that wasn't like guaranteed. That's what I'm getting. This timeline that you're shifting into wasn't really guaranteed for you. But because of everything that has happened before this phase of the Devi Makali, this offerings to you, because of everything that happened, because of how you dealt with everything, that has given you like this energy of momentum to do this big jump. Because for you, pile 2, I'm seeing a big shift when it comes to the state that you're in. Okay, so let's shuffle some oracle cards to get a fuller message, a more detailed message. And the one that, yeah, of course it's that one. The one that jumped out, it says letting go. You also have the number 44. And this is a sacred journey marker that looks like this. And you can find it here on this stone. Letting go. And with 44, that turns into an 8. It really tells me that, yeah, you know, everything that you've put into your life, the effort, the intention, the, you know, just working with yourself, it will come back to you with giving you like this jump in the feet to make this big jump. So you let go of the old to get to this thing. But the things that you're letting go of, like, they have also been very valuable for you, even if you're very glad to let them go. Like when you step into this shift where life will start to respond to you in another way, a different way than you're used to, where life will step into being more of like in a partnership for you, with you, that you're not used to. But it is like step by step, but also like with a force that is driving the water to come down. This has to happen like that. That is where you're going. Like, I don't think that the phase that you're in right now is like, speaking of timing, that it's like, oh, it's so far away. No, like you're already almost like hitting the ground. Like, it is forcing the energy to go in that direction. Why is that forcing happening? Because of everything you've done this far. So even if that timeline wasn't guaranteed from the beginning, because of everything you've done, how you've worked on the situation and yourself, things will be forced to go to that timeline. Wow, you really are a co-creator and a very strong creator. You're very intentional, you're very focused, you have a strong sense of your abilities to do things, and that is why you most likely will experience this shift in the beginning as emptiness, because you will not experience the parts of you that has made sure that you've been surviving like this far. But when you enter this, you won't need them in the same way. And that's why you might, experience like a loss, an emptiness. Like, am I not supposed to do anything? Like, what has happened to my motivation? And you're just being simply presented like with a new way of being in a partnership with life. Instead of like being single, life will step in to show you that there's a partnership going on. You know, maybe this is also like speaking of an actual partnership that will come into your life to mirror back to you this new phase of yours, this new shift that you will step into of receiving. Because that's the key word of your shift. This timeline. It is you receiving, you being offered things. And it's this one. Let's take a look at what your archeo type is, your archaic type in this archeo card. So you have wolf. You know what is so fascinating about wolves, that you know how they say the lonely wolf, but wolves also belong to a pack, right? They are so self-sufficient. Oh my God, can they survive on their own? Of course they can. They're so strong. They're so capable. Like, they have so many qualities that makes them like the true survivor. But they also belong to a pack. And that's where I think that you're going. Like, either life will step up in a way where you will start to feel more in partnership with life, or that energy will translate into your reality where you will start to experience belonging to a group, belonging to a partnership. And it will just be like an immense shift for you of how you're used to operate in life and where you're going and what that will require of you, how to operate with that new that new situation. But you know, it's almost like you're calling this in. Like, I don't know, have you experienced like a time ago that you almost like lost hope, or lost, like you couldn't see a way out? Like, oh my God, like, no, there's nothing else. Like, this is it. Things will never change. how could it? I don't see any evidence for things changing, things getting better. And it's like that there was a shift that happened there where life was almost like, okay, I need to step in now, because why? I need to step in now to get you like to this new timeline. I'm not picking up on like why. It's just like I'm just seeing like a door open and life steps in. And that is like the power I saw, like the force that was driving this water in one direction. And I see that at that time when you lost all faith and where you almost stood like in front of almost like what's the word, I don't know I can't find the English word, but yeah, let's say like giving up and accepting. It was almost like you were willing to accept that things will not get better for you. And in that moment, what I see with the wolf card is that there was like a cry coming out of your soul, from your soul, to call in this new timeline. What this new timeline will consist of, it is offerings to you. Things will be given to you. More specifically, it is about partnerships. It is about cooperation. You not being a lone wolf, but you belonging to a pack in a sense. And that was you calling this in out of your sadness. You know how the wolf like stands on a cliff and howls at the moon. I think you know how that might feel, like that experience of like being alone, being in emptiness and howling at the moon, almost not expecting an answer, but you actually got an answer, but you won't like hear the words of the answer until this shift has happened and you step into this new timeline. Let's shuffle this deck too. Okay. Trust. Oh my God. You got trust. But it's also been a labyrinth for you, right? Like you've done your best, and I don't think you've like seen quite yet the full result of your effort. It's almost like all of your effort has gone to the labyrinth of figuring things out, where to go, what to do, just like trying to understand the labyrinth. And the shift that you will experience is this like coming out of this labyrinth to step into this heart space, where, because you know the heart is really like it is a portal, right? It is a chakra, an energy system inside of us. But I also see the heart center as like a megaphone that is just like calling things in, and it is a receiving place inside of us. Of course, it's also giving, but I honestly think that you've done enough giving to last for 3 lifetimes. And it is a shift. It is different. You going from giving to receiving might not always be easy to do that shift. Let's take out your astrological cards. And the first one you have is Venus in Libra, indecision. Do you see this glass, hourglass. What's it called? Is it called hourglass? I have no idea. Speaking about a specific timing with the angel wings, it's really like a divine intervention that I was talking about when you came to this state, like the lonely wolf on the cliff howling at the moon. You know, there was some type of divine timing and divine intervention for you to shift from this, let me just focus the camera, for you to shift from this version to this version of you. You know, Libra is all about getting things even. And with this labyrinth, I don't think it has been even for you. But you really see a shift in this card, right? From that almost being like turned into stone or like something like that. And then being freed from it and turned into this angel. But divine timing, divine intervention. Maybe something happened in the Libra season for you also. That was very pivotal for this shift to happen. Okay, and the next card you have is the second house, the sun in Taurus with acquisition. Speaking of partnerships, also with the 2 here. 2, acquisition. And look at them like being all fancy. Leveling up. This just tells me of you leveling up. So this partnership can be about you and life. It can be about an actual partnership. And really these snakes here surrounding the heart, it speaks of a transformation of your heart space, going from giving to receiving that we were talking about in this trust card. A transformation that will make things more even for you. And let's take your tarot cards out too and see what tarot has to say about this shift, this timeline that was almost like created because of this howling that you did, this crying out, this almost like space of desperation, sadness. But also I saw like you almost accepting. That was you also wanting to be fair towards life. That was you wanting to still do your best. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Multi-layered, surrounded with abundance. But really it stems from her. It's her core that creates her outside. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is actually a queen that has really accepted being given gifts, receiving things. She hasn't necessarily worked for everything that she has gotten, but she has appreciated everything that has come into her life as gifts. She has not turned them down. She has allowed it to step into her life. She has not thought less of her, about herself, when she has accepted things freely. Not thinking that it would be worth more if I would have worked for it, to have it, to get it. So the first card you have is the Temperance. Balance, right? Balance. Getting things more even out. Even if it's like different amounts, different things, it will still be more even for you. The giving and the taking. And you have the World card. You know, it might actually be for you that once you jump this timeline, get into this Devi Makali shift that will happen for you, that will be it. You know, there's no turning back. You won't go back. You've had that experience, and oh my God, did you do your absolute best with that experience. But I think that after a while, you will come to the conclusion that enough is enough. Like, I've already experienced that. Let's experience something new. And I think you will come to that conclusion with the World card, that you will really appreciate your newfound energies that has entered your life with this shift. And you will get used to how to cooperate with them, with these energies, what to do with them, how to be your true self with them. And it will be complete. It will be like part of your DNA. And you will take this with you. So you have the Five of Cups. Really just speaking of directions. Like, you have one speaking of pointing towards the past and one direction towards the future, like towards the sunrise. That is the shift that we also saw in the indecision card. That there really is a shift, like with this tree here and this boundary that is here. Like, there will be a shift between your past and your future experiences. You also have the Eight of Pentacles. You know, it's so interesting that this comes up, because I will take it literally when it comes to the Eight of Pentacles, that this might actually be like speaking about you finally getting a job that you just enjoy, that gives you back what you've put into all the other jobs you've had, but not have gotten like the energies back that you longed for, that you knew exists someplace, somewhere. And that will come back to you with the number 8 here. Like, it will boomerang its way back to you. So this is like a very specific type of experience that will happen with this shift happening in your life, that it will have an effect on your profession or your side thing. Maybe you can like have your job but have a side thing that much more resembles this Eight of Pentacles. And the last card you have is the Ace of Pentacles. Do you see how it almost looks like this light on the floor of the Eight of Pentacles continues as the hand in the Ace of Pentacles? You know, the Ace of Pentacles is also speaking about an energy of you receiving this pentacle. You know, a hand coming through the light, through the skies, down to you, to give you this pentacle, to give you the opportunity to get this pentacle. So absolutely, this can be talking about like a business, a side business, but also a reality shift with a pentacle type of energies for you. But also a beginning, a shift with the Ace of Pentacles, like it starts over. You have so many cards really just confirming this shift that will happen, that will get you to be in a state of more receiving what is yours, what is for you. Okay, Pal 2, this was your message. I hope it resonated with you, that it gave you something. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hello, Pal 3, and welcome to your reading. I am so glad to have you here. As your main card for this reading about the shift that you can expect, the timeline to jump to, that you're most likely to jump to, you chose this card. I will soon be shuffling 4 oracle cards and 1 tarot deck. But for now, let's just stay a little while with this card because it's intriguing, to say the least. It has the number 26 and it says Shodashi. Doesn't it look like she's right in the middle of something? It's almost like she's been given this lotus flower, I think it is, from someone. And her mission is to give this to someone else. And she's like in the middle of this mission. She almost looks like a detective, looking around her, like making sure that she will accomplish this mission. She looks very important. She looks busy. She looks very much in the middle of a situation that she holds very close to her heart, also with this amulet around her heart, at her heart. She's safe, she's protected with this shield around very sensitive place of the body. She has this scarf on her head to shield her. So she's protected, she has a mission, she's about to deliver something to someone else, and she knows how important she is in this mission to make this happen. Wow, I have no idea where this reading is going. It's just very intriguing energies, to say the least. I'm fascinated to see what the oracle cards will have to say about, because it's speaking about a shift. I think exactly this moment where this figure is speaking about a shift that is happening right now for you in your life. Like you're going someplace, you have a message or a mission or something to give, you're being highly protected. What is this? I don't know. Let's see. Let's find this out together. Okay. So this is the Wisdom of Avalon deck, and let's see what pops out. If it is a sacred journey marker or an Avalon animal or a messenger of Avalon. Let's see, is it this one? Okay. I feel like I should show you this card before I shuffle the other decks. So yeah, so you have the animal guides of Avalon, the butterfly with beauty, and the number 25, which turns into a 7. Very spiritual, a transformation with the butterfly, right? But the transformation has already happened for the butterfly in this card. She has already stepped into her beauty. And with this card coming before the Shodashi card, it tells me that you've already gone through a transformation. And do you see you have 25, 26? This one comes before this, 25 before 26. I love this. Okay. You've already gone through this transformation. You've been prepared. You've been cleansed. You've gotten things that you need, and it's like you're in the middle of something right now. Have you started like a project? Have you like an idea that you just want to see happen in your life? You have something to give, you have something to offer, you have something to like hand to other people, and you know that you are important in this. You know that it's so valuable, like your role in this is so valuable. So I think that the like new rebirth has already happened, and you're like in the midst of figuring out where to go, what to do, and who to give this lotus flower to. So you're in the middle of this shift. I think you already jumped to a new timeline. Do you know it? Yeah, I'm getting like most of you already know it, that you've already jumped into a new timeline and you just like, you're ready to get going. Okay, let's get some more information from the rest of the Oracle cards. No? Okay. It's this one. And let's take out your Archeo card, also showing the archaic type that you are right now embodying in this shift of yours. There it is. Yeah. Okay, this is so interesting. You have the Illuminator. Like everyone can see this, and why? Like this is a life-saving lighthouse showing the way, like through the storm. Also being the sun. Like it's not just a light inside this lighthouse, it's the whole sun. So this is like very literally being a type of illuminator, going in this direction of you know, it also speaks to you maybe knowing where you're going. You know what to do. You can see all the way to the end of this, and you're just like in the middle of figuring out the details of it all. Like if you've already started a project, you're just like figuring out the details about the project, like what computer program to use, for example, but you already know what to do when you've chosen the computer program, right? I think you're very, like, you've gone through a transformation phase with yourself. And I don't think that this shift that you're about to experience is about like a great shift within you. I think that has already happened. I think this shift will be about you just getting this, being this lighthouse, getting it to be part of your life, to get there. But it is also speaking of you. You know what I was saying? Like you're so protected right now. This is also showing how there are forces around you showing you the way, being this lighthouse for you, so that you can step into the role of this lighthouse in a way. There's also a stamp, like a stamp on the letter here. What is that speaking to? It could be like a message. Speaking of you being guided. This detail here on this card can speak about you receiving a message to make the way, the path clearer for you. To light up your way, so that you're like, because you're ready. Like look at this Shudashi card. You're so ready. Like you're ready to go. You're ready to step into this phase, this shift. And it really looks like you're about to get your path illuminated. Wow, okay. And you also have rest. If you're in the state of mind where you're trying to figure things out, where you're trying to make things happen, because look at all of her arms. Oh my God, is she ready to make things happen? But I'm actually seeing that the next step for you on your path is to like rest and trust that the message will come to you. It's not something that you can figure out. It is something that will be shown to you. And when it is shown to you, oh my God, will you know what to do with it? You will know exactly what to do with it. You will like take it and run with it. Okay, let's take out your what's it called? Astrological cards. Oh, okay. Thank you. So you have, yeah, okay, the second house, Sun in Taurus with acquisition. And do you see how she's holding his arm? Almost like, come this way. I will show you. Like, I have something to tell you. Can you come? This is speaking about this message that will come to you from another person, from a spirit guide, from a tarot reading maybe. But with the 2 here on the acquisition card, it also speaks that it won't come like from you figuring things out. It will come from like a counterpart, from something outside of you that is mirroring you, that will give you this message. And then the second card you have is the 4th house, Saturn in, oh my god, I just lost all the words, but you can see the oh my god, I just lost the English word, but you can see the sign, right? And it says charity. So we have on this card the someone in need that has people that are in need, and she's almost like running away from this institution, this building. Look how everything is stacked on top of each other perfectly. Like every window is exactly the same as the next one. Very like symmetrical. Oh my god, like what is happening with me in words? The symmetry of everything is just like perfect, and she doesn't seem to want to be there, right? Is this speaking to a culture, a tradition, a mindset, something on the outside? She being in need, she taking care of others that are in need. And look at there, look, 3 angels, like this exact same amount of people here who are in need, the exact same amount are helping them. It's like there's one for each of them. What is this speaking to? Because I'm sensing that this is this card. The charity card is the number 26, Shudashi. Or like, okay, wait. I just have to gather the energies a little bit. So we've already stated that you are guided and you are protected. But there's also something that, do you see how like both of them are looking in the same direction, like towards the past? And like, almost like, is the past haunting me? Is the past coming after me? Will the past just show up and I won't be ready? It's that type of energy is coming from both of these cards, the number 4, charity, and the number 26, Shudashi. And I think this speaks to something crucial in your past that you need to put behind you in a way that you know is for good. Like you will never want, you never want to see it again. And there's almost like you wanting a guarantee for this thing to never show up again. And I'm actually starting to see that this energy here has to do with the message, because it's almost like when you know that the past won't come back to bite you in the behind, or like scare you, just pop up out of nowhere and give you like this just unnecessary stop in your path. It's like if you know that, then you can move on towards where you want to go. This shift that you're right in the middle of. And I think that is what the message will be all about. You getting some sort of information, confirmation about something in your past that might be either like triggering or blocking you. You know how capable you are of doing whatever it is that you're going towards. But you don't know how it will affect you if this specific thing in the past comes back, shows itself again. There's like you looking for a guarantee. Like, do I always have to peek behind my shoulder to see if it's coming? Will it come back? Do I always have to be alert to this? There's something about this message that will come to you to help you understand this. And I guess this also means that a lot of the figuring things out and just trying to understand what to do and where to go has to do with this thing that you're now being told to just rest and relax and trust that the message will come to you. Okay. Let's get... You know, when I said the message will come to you, there were some raindrops that fell on my window, and they fell so hard that it almost sounded like knocking on the window. And that tells me that the message will come knocking on your door, on your window, on your shoulder to tell you something. Something that you will need to know for you to continue going. Because it's like, you know, with the transformation card, with the butterfly being your first card, it's like you're done with the transformation period. Like, you don't want any more upheavals, births and rebirths. Like, can I just put this behind me? Like, I've done it, I'm great at it. Can I now step into what I know I can do? What I know I'm supposed to do while I'm here. And you will get to know, you will get this information. No, I'm confused, sorry. I'll keep shuffling. Oh, these two. Okay, yes. And on the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords. The future and the past, like clinging to each other, but also like being in fight with each other. That is like the underlying energy is. Almost like standing in your way, not knowing where to go because of the past still clinging to you. Like with this, the sword is almost like a hook. It has like a hook in you. Okay, the rest of your tarot cards are the Ace of Pentacles. You're receiving something very specific in the physical world so that you will know what to do with this. You will get a specific information. You have the Five of Swords. You know, you just want to put it down like this sword. You don't want to have it in your hand to protect yourself all the time, to make sure that you're safe, that the things that you've done your best to put behind you are not coming back anymore. Like you're so ready to put down your sword. Yeah. And instead take out a wand. Have a wand in your hand with inspiration. Like, this is the thing. You want to put the Five of Swords behind you so that you can get going towards the Ace of Wands. Like having this lighthouse, like, okay, I know where to go. I know what to do. I just want to get there now. This is what I want to put my energy into. This is what I want to put my mind into, my thoughts into, my heart into. I don't want to have to look over my shoulder all the time. Like, I'm done with that. I don't need no more lessons from the past about this specific thing because I'm done with that. I've learned all that I have to learn. Like, can I just get a confirmation that I can put my sword down. And yes, you are. In the middle of it all, you have the Ace of Wands. This is what you will be focusing on. This is what will be given to you through this message. Look how the wand comes right underneath the message. The next card you have is the Six of Swords. Movement, forward movement. But also a little bit of like slow moving energy. So very like, you know, with the rest, it looks very much the same. And what I mean with slow moving energy is that it's safe. It's not chaotic. It has been chaotic. That is why the Six of Swords shows up. It's after the Five of Swords, right? Like, look, oh my God, I love this. You have the Five of Swords. You want to put this behind you. You get the Ace of Wands. This is where you want to do what you want to do, where you want to go. With the Six of Swords, you will get there. Like, you have the movement, you have the momentum in your life to move now away from the Five of Swords. And the last tarot card you have is the Devil. You know, you will feel free to use your headspace to what you want to use it to, your energy towards the things that you want to put your energy into. I just feel like you just want to simply be able to choose what to do with your energy instead of having like these Five of Swords type of old situations to take your energy away from you. You want to be in charge of it. And the things that you want to be in charge of it, you want to direct it towards the Ace of Wands, towards the lighthouse. You want to like, can I just, like, I have this lotus in my hand. Can I just focus on it? Can I just like get some rest from this so that I can just do what I'm supposed to do, what I'm here to do? And it really looks like everything is centering around the Ace of Wands. You know, the Ace of Wands, I just love this, that it also looks like a lighthouse. Your path will be lit. You will get to see where to go, what to do. And this is the shift that is happening. And it has everything to do with a message that will come your way for you to know. I guess the shift is this shift between the Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands for you. That this is the past of the Five of Swords. The Ace of Wands is your future. And it will be given to you with the Ace of Pentacles. You will get to see it. You will have it in your hand. And you will know what to do with it so that you can finally put down that sword and take up the Ace of Wands instead. Okay, Pile 3, I wish you the best with this. This was your message. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this reading. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.